A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Welcome to the show. I'm Tiffany.
I'm Chickling.
And we are learning all about swimming. And I know this is something that you really love to do. So I have a question for you. What do you do before you go swimming?
What do I do?
Can you eat a lot?
Actually just have like a little snack. I usually just eat an apple with peanut butter.
Okay, so you can't have too much food, right?
Right, not a lot of food.
What else do you do before you actually go swimming?
I apply sunscreen.
Okay, very important.
And also, what do? I put on my swimsuit.
Of course, yes. You're not going to swim in jeans.
Yeah.
That's uncomfortable. But yes, there are some things that you should actually do before swimming. And like one of the things I mentioned, like eating a lot of food is a big no-no. So we're going to learn some tips in today's articles about maybe what you could do before you go swimming and just to prep your body before doing that. Because it is a very tiring exercise and you'll see later. Yeah, so let's take a look at our article.
Swimming 101. Tips for a great swim. Warm-up question. What do you do before you go swimming?
Before you go swimming and try different strokes, learn these important rules. First, always go to a place with lifeguards. This way, when you need help, they can get to you quickly. Before you enter the water, take a few minutes to warm up. This helps you avoid getting hurt.
All right, so we know all the different strokes of swimming, but before we actually begin to swim, we have to be careful and learn these tips. So the article also says, before you go swimming and try different strokes, learn these important rules.
所以呢，我们要在游泳进尝试不同的泳姿之前呢，我们要有学习一些很重要的规则。
Let's take a look at the first one. It says, first, always go to a place with lifeguards. This way, when you need help, they can get to you quickly. And I think, water safety is so important, especially if you don't know how to swim. You need to be careful not to drown because that's really scary. Now, we mentioned the word lifeguard. A lifeguard is basically a person whose job is to make sure that the people swimming are safe and to save them if they are in danger. And you usually see lifeguards at the pool or the beach, and they're usually wearing the red swimming trunks or red bikini, so it's easier to spot them. And actually, a really fun story. I remember as a kid back in the States, usually it's always like teenagers or college students, the older kids who become lifeguards at the pool as a summer job.
Wow.
And I always thought they were so cool. So what I wanted to do when I became a teenager is I wanted to actually be a lifeguard. But I know you have to be a super strong swimmer, so I gave up. I can't do that. So fun story.
You're going to have to be able to save someone, right?
Yeah.
When someone's drowning.
And you have to be like really good at not only swimming yourself, but I think it's even more difficult if you need to drag someone along with you. So it's not the easiest thing to do.
Wow.
So respect.
I feel like I'll just end up killing the person. I know it's really difficult. So usually they receive training,
a lot of training
before they become one.
对，
所以首先呢，大家要去游泳，一定要记得要去有救生员的地方，因为这样你需要帮助的时候呢，他们才能迅速去救你。In Taiwan, a lot of hotels, like if you go to a pool, if there is no lifeguard, it's against the law.
Yeah, you can't swim. It's so dangerous. So again, I really give props to lifeguards, anywhere, and even at beaches and those open water places, I really cannot imagine swimming against or in the ocean currents and also being aware of the weather and the waves and everything involved. It's so difficult. Yeah, okay. So let's continue reading. It says, before you enter the water, take a few minutes to warm up. This helps you avoid getting hurt. Okay, so when you warm up, it's usually something you do before an exercise, and you do a small, series of exercises like stretch your arms, and it's to like warm your muscles up because it's important to do that before you do sports, because if you don't, you could maybe pull them, you could strain them, and you're more likely to get hurt actually.
所以在下水前呢，要记得热身哦，这样就可以避免受伤。So you don't like get a cramp if you don't warm up.
Do you warm up before you go swimming?
It really depends. Like if if my body is not in a very good condition, I usually do it.
Okay. Yeah, because I guess maybe you've been swimming a while, so you kind of understand your body a bit more. But first-time beginners, remember to stretch and warm up. And after exercise, another thing that you should also try to do is to cool down, which means to let your muscles relax a little bit, because while you're exercising, you kind of push your muscles really hard, and you need to cool down to kind of lower the chance of you getting hurt again or feeling very, very sore the next day. Yeah, so always warm up and cool down and stretch your muscles.
Also, drink a lot of water before and after you swim. Dehydration can make you tired and dizzy. If you don't feel well, stop swimming and leave the water right away. Last, follow the instructions and signs at the pool. Remember, safety first makes swimming fun for everyone.
Okay, let's take a look at a few more tips for before you go swimming. The article says, also drink a lot of water before and after you swim. Dehydration can make you tired and dizzy. Okay, we do not want you to dehydrate or have dehydration. Dehydration is when you lack water. It means you do not have enough water in your body, so you start to feel really tired, you feel dizzy, you feel like your head it's spinning.
所以呢，游泳前后一定要多喝水哦，不然很容易脱水。Dehydration 就是脱水，所以就像平常我们说 you should drink more water， 我们就会说 stay hydrated， 这是另外一个相反的用法。所以脱水，通常我们的身体就会觉得哇，怎么这么累 ？Dizzy 就是头晕的意思。
So what do you usually do after you swim? Like besides drinking water, do you have like a big meal afterwards, or you slowly take in your food?
I actually don't eat a lot because my mom just keeps warning me not to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's like, you're gonna gain a lot of weight right after you swim if you eat a lot.
Or maybe I think it's just probably bad for your stomach, right? Because I guess after a large exercise, I think it's best to always stay light, right? So besides maybe gaining the weight you don't want, I think it's also just for your stomach to not feel so like you don't want to throw up after you have a nice long exercise. So yeah, definitely drink water, and like you said, like maybe eat slowly and don't like eat too much. I think your mom is right. Okay, the article then says, if you don't feel well, stop swimming and leave the water right away. So yeah, if you feel dizzy or sick, or even feel like your leg muscles cramping up, then definitely get out of the water, because sometimes, I've had times where I'm swimming or just even playing in the pool, okay? And all of a sudden my leg cramps up or my legs feel uncomfortable. I always get out, because I know if I push myself to do more, you're just going to hurt yourself even more. And worse, you can also, risk yourself of drowning. So yeah, always stop and get out of the pool to rest and stretch.
所以如果大家在水里面呢有感到不舒服，就不要再强迫让自己继续游，因为你不知道 you never know what's gonna happen in the next second, right? 你要立即停止游泳，并且离开水面。因为 like when I was in 花莲 like a few years ago, and I was like just swimming, it was really normal, and just all of a sudden there was this current that came.
Ooh.
And I had no time to react to it. So I almost drowned. So I was struggling in the water, and then I just suddenly forgot how to swim. And then this lifeguard or this random person that I didn't even know, like a stranger, he just pulled me up.
Oh my God, thank goodness.
I know.
That is so scary.
I got lucky.
So luckily there was somebody around, or I think it was maybe the lifeguard too.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, especially in the ocean, there's something called rip currents, and it's like two currents that come at you, and if you're stuck in the middle, swimming out is impossible. I remember you have to swim sideways to get out of that. So yes, just in case if you're at the beach and then you are caught in a rip current, just go sideways, because going forwards, it's never ending. Yeah, you're not gonna win because the water keeps recycling back basically. Yes. Okay. So yeah, very scary. I'm so lucky that like someone was there to watch out for you. Yes, that angel. Okay. Next, the article then says, last, follow the instructions and signs at the pool. Remember, safety first makes swimming fun for everyone. So yes, of course, instructions are the directions or orders. So basically the instructions from lifeguards are things like get out of the water if there's thunder, or don't play around like that, don't jump. You need to listen to what they're saying to you, because whatever they're saying to you is for your own safety.
所以最后呢，我们要去遵循游泳池的指示跟标志哦，记住安全第一哦，这样游泳才会对每个人充满乐趣，充满乐趣。但是I also heard that when it's raining heavily and if it's a pool outside, then you shouldn't be swimming, right?
Yeah. What if there's like lightning or thunder? You could get zapped. So that's why the lifeguards are always like, out of the pool. You're like, why? It's just rain. I'm already wet. But no, it's for your own safety. Also, I think another tip that I think is very important, especially at the pool, is do not run, right? I know it's so tempting to play with your friends and to run around and to chase them around the pool. But remember, there are tiles around the pool and they're very, very slippery. If you slip, you can hit your head and you could, it's a very bad situation, right?
对，所以在游泳池的时候也记得不要奔跑，虽然蛮好玩的啦，就是可以在旁边跟朋友跑来跑去，但要小心哦，因为旁边的地板很滑 ，so be careful.
Yeah. So besides that, this is the end of the article, but besides that, do you have other tips for other swimmers or people who are getting into swimming?
I feel like if you really want to go, you have to make sure that you're in a really good condition. Like this morning, I was actually kind of dizzy. Like I went in there and then I just did my usual routine and then I felt so bad afterwards. I just felt like my whole body was drained. So you have to make sure that when you go swimming, because I'm used to it, so I think it's not that dangerous for me. But actually, if you're not so used to swimming, you have to make sure that you're like feeling healthy and you make sure that you're full, not that full, but like
you have something in your stomach, right?
Right. So you don't feel like you're gonna pass out after you swim.
Yeah, I think also for first-time swimmers, make sure you have a lifeguard around, you have a swimming coach around, there are other people around to help you if you really need it.
Or just grab a flutter board with you.
Yeah, and then practice first. Yeah. All right. Well, these are some tips for you if you want to become a good swimmer like Chickaline.
Like you.
I'm not that good. I only know the breaststroke. I like to be a mermaid. So I'm not that good. But
yeah, but right now let's go to let's review all of our words.
Yeah.
Warm up 就是暖身的意思，所以做热身运动我们常常就用这一个片语哦。比如说 Athletes need to warm up before a game to prevent injuries. 或者是呢，我们要把东西变暖和 to warm up something. 比如说 She warmed up the soup on the stove. 那么 warm up 这个字变名词，我们中间加一个横线就可以变热身活动，意思都一样。比如说 The coach led the team in a series of warm up exercises. 那我们看另外一个句子 The teacher told us to warm up for 10 minutes before we played basketball. 老师要我们打篮球之前呢，要暖身10分钟。那我们刚刚有说，这晕眩就是如果你有 dehydration 的话，就是缺水，你就会晕眩嘛。所以感到头晕，我们可以说 feel dizzy。比如说 she felt dizzy after spinning around too quickly， 或者是晕眩感，我们英文可以说 dizzy spell。比如说 I keep getting dizzy spells。好，我们看另外句子哦。The medicine made me feel dizzy, so I lay down and took a rest. 药让我很头晕哦，所以我就躺下来休息一下。 那另外我们看到 well， 这个 well 在这边是形容词哦，代表身体很舒适、健康的意思。比如说 He is feeling well after recovering from the flu， 或者是 well 当副词嘛，也有很好的、满意的意思。比如说 to perform well 是什么东西表现良好。那我们可以说你考试考得很好啊 She did well on her exams and got high marks。或者是 well-being 就是我们讲的幸福的意思或健康。那我们看另外一个句子 Jason doesn't look well. His face is very pale. Jason 看起来不太舒服，他脸色好苍白哦。所以大家如果去游泳一定要注意自身的安全哦。Make sure that you're safe. Safe 是形容词，我们今天出现的 safety 是名词。那我们看一个句子哦。Wearing a helmet is important for safety while cycling. 你去骑脚踏车一定要戴安全帽，这个 safety 是名词，所以讲到公共安全，我们就可以说 public safety。那我们再造一个句子，这边当形容词 It's important to have a safe place to go during a storm. 有暴风雨啊，我们应该要很重要去找一个很安全的地方躲起来。那我们看另外一个句子The city put some new lights on the street for everyone's safety. 为了市民的安全，这座城市呢在街道上装了一些新的路灯。OK， 所以大家不要忘记复习这些单字哦。但现在呢，我们要赶快去看今天的 Review Time Game。
Review time.
All right, it's now our review time. And today we're going to fill in the blank. So I hope you guys paid attention because I have some sentences for you and I want you guys to try to guess. All right, so shall we take a look at the first sentence?
Yeah,
okay.
Can't wait.
Number 1, we went on the spinning teacup ride at Disneyland. And once I got off, I felt so...
Oh my god, definitely dizzy.
Yeah, dizzy.
That's my least favorite one.
Really? I love it. I love getting people really dizzy too. I'm the naughty one. I'm like the one spinning it super fast, but I get dizzy too. But I love doing that. Okay. The next one, Mary got sick, so we sent her some flowers and cards, wishing her to get blank soon.
Oh, we didn't have that.
We didn't
word.
have better.
So it's get well.
Yeah, there we go. Get well soon. Okay, next one is the coach helped the students blank before letting them practice some basketball drills. So what should you do before you exercise?
You need to warm up your muscles.
Yeah.
So it's warm up.
Good, warm up. And remember, after you do your exercise, you need to cool down so you don't get injured. Okay, last one. You guys ready? Okay. You should be aware of your blank and wear a helmet while riding a bike. You don't want to get hurt, right? So you need to be what? Aware of your
safety.
Yeah, good job. Did you get all the answers correct? I hope you did.
I did.
Yes, Chickaleen did. I hope you guys did as well. But that is the end of today's article. And what you guys can also try to do is maybe you can review these words, make a story about them, and you can always share with us, right?
所以今天的节目就到这边咯。如果想要看更多精彩内容，请到我们的 YouTube 搜寻 A+ English 空中美语，也不要忘记按赞、订阅、开启小铃铛。
Yeah. All right. So if you want to see more of us, don't forget to do that. But it's the end of the article and we will see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.